Hey everybody, my name is Samuel Gepner, and today I'm going to be showing you the basics of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 punches in boxing. That's just the basic skills that you need in any type of, not even just boxing, but any type of fighting background. You need to know what those punches are. So before we get into that, we do a little warm up, and the warm up isn't going to be that big because since we're just doing the basics, and there's no like sparring involved. It's just literally like not even technique, because we teach technique after this. Since we're just teaching the basic skills, the 6 punches, the warm up is very basic. So we'll usually just start with a couple of these to open up our arms and our back at the same time. I can't do everything like I used to because my arm is obviously injured. But I'm gonna try to do it the best of my ability. We'll do these. We'll do small shoulder rotations with your palms down. So 10 small ones, 10 medium ones, and then 10 large ones. And then we'll flip our arms the other way and do palms upward. And we'll do 10 small backward, medium, and large. And then we'll do some scoops. And then usually some toe touches. And then we'll go into like I said, this one's short, so we're not even jump roping. We're not doing any of the other stuff that we usually do. Shadow boxing is also a really good warm up. It gets the blood flowing and it gets you hot. It gets your body temperature up. It starts building up a sweat. So after we do our warm up, then we get into just the basic motions. And you stand however you want to stand. But if you're standing with your front foot forward, whatever foot you're using, whether it's the left foot or the right foot, the front foot forward is gonna be the side that you use your jab. So, like for instance, if I'm standing orthodox, which is your left foot forward, your right hand back, and it doesn't matter what hand you're dominant with because you can have any kind of stance. You can also switch stances during the middle of a fight. So if your foot is forward though, that side of your body is going to be the jab. So for instance, if I'm orthodox like this, my left hand, my left fist will be my jab. My right will be my cross. So that will be a 1. That's my jab. The jab is a number 1. 1 is always your jab. So that's the jab. And then with the jab, you can play with it. So the jab is usually very effective in fighting because you not only use it to hit your opponent, and you can hit them multiple times really quick if you have a fast jab, but you use it to gauge the distance between you and your opponent. So say you have similar distance and you're touching them or you're close to touching them, and that means you're most likely in range for them too, especially if they step forward with the punch. So you want to be very aware of your range. That matters a lot in a fight, depending on the opponent's reach. So you use the jab to kind of distance that. So some fighters will keep it out, some will keep it in. It depends. But that's the 1. And then the 2 is the cross. So it's the other arm right there. And if we're going to switch up, this confuses some people. I switch stances to southpaw. Now my 1 is this arm, my right arm, which is my dominant arm for me personally. And now my jab or my cross, that's my jab. So that's my 1 right there. Now my cross is the other arm, my left. So, and with the cross, there's more distance. So there's more power, but there's more distance. So it's not as fast. And the jab is closer. So it's stronger. You can also teach this in a karate based stance too, where it's like this, so it's even. And this is a good way to practice just punching if you're trying to condition yourself. But if you want to practice on form and technique, especially for boxing, you want to be in your stance. So that's the 1, 2 right there. Now coming after that is the 3, 4. And the 3 will be with whatever lead hand is matching your leg. So for instance, in this position, orthodox, 3 would be my left arm. So that would be a left hook. And you can either go like that, you could go like this. Most likely if you're going for the face though, you want to go like that. And then body shot, you could, it's a lot, there's a lot you can do right there. And then with the 4, it's the same side, but it's the opposite arm, the one that's behind you, the one that has more power. So since my right is my dominant, I kind of like to hit like this because I can play with them like this, hook him a couple times, and then boom, hit him with that out of nowhere, that big power punch, that cross, boom, or that hook. Or I can switch it up, switch stance, step with it, and then boom, hit them with that power, and then get into my stance like this. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after that, there's the 5, 6. The 5 will be an uppercut with the left arm, the lead arm. And then the 6 will be an uppercut with the other arm. And you could uppercut the face, the body. There's a lot of different variations. Usually with the uppercut though, you want to not just so much throw it like this. Because yeah, there's power in that. You might hit somebody and knock them out. But it's all about body movement with boxing. So that's why when you're learning the 1, 2, 3, 4, there's a lot you can learn with just those punches, practicing them without any without any combos, with just the technique. So with this, you want to, instead of just like that, you want to kind of put your body into it, and you want to twist the hips, you want to rotate with it. And that's where you get power. You get your lats, you get your back, you get your hip movement, your legs. And if you have a solid ground and you land a nice uppercut, you can knock somebody out like that. So this is the 5, and this is the 6. And that's with the opposite arm. So that's like more of like a power. But they're both really strong, especially if you train them equally. So then if you're standing in orthodox, it would be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be the basic punches. And then if you're standing southpaw, it'd be the same thing but opposite. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. And then so we teach that in the beginning of boxing for kids and adults who don't know what the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is, because you need to know that for future reference when you're training and you're doing serious training, especially, but even light training. When you're training, you get to the pads and stuff, and that's what I would teach people next after they learn the 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they start pad work with another person who's similar skill level, and they'll learn to start doing the 1, 2, 3, 4s. So then they'll start doing combos like 1, 1, 2, and then maybe a 3, and then a 6 right here, and then a 5, or maybe like a 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, so that they learn the punches. Or maybe like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6. You know, like it depends. You can mix it up a lot of different ways, and then you can mix in foot movement with that too, which is another thing I'll teach at a separate time. For the cool down, usually the cool down's a lot longer. For this, since this is basic training and stuff. For the cool down, I do more of like a burnout. So we do a burnout, then we do our cool down. But since this is basic training, I usually like to hit them with a hard burnout so that they can get used to it. That way, when they get into more training and stuff, that burnout is a little bit easier for them. Because it's a lot harder to do the burnout after you've been like sparring and doing serious boxing. So our burnout will consist of a couple stations. If we have equipment, we'll use the heavy bags, speed bags, jump rope. Then we'll go straight into arms. And they'll do ab workouts and jump roping. That's like 6 basic stations that we have for the cool down. Since I don't have any equipment here, I could just show a little bit. For arms, usually I have them do whatever they feel comfortable with, whatever they're trying to work on. So it could be taking light weights, anything from taking light weights, because you usually want to do light weights to practice form and practicing your punches with the light weights, or maybe heavy weights and just doing some shoulder exercises, Then they'll go on to the ab workout station, or core exercises, and then you can do anything from planks, ab exercises, using the medicine ball if you have one. That helps. Then after that, jump roping. So it'll be 6 stations of that. And then after that is the cool down, which will be stretching. And that consists of a lot of stretching with the legs since we already did arms in the beginning. So we'll do some stretching like this, some basic arm stretches behind the back. Can't do that one. This one right here, like this. And then we'll do leg stretches. So not just like sitting up and doing these, but sitting down on the ground, putting your thigh like this, and then going all the way back, or going like this. This one goes right here, and then you go all the way back and you like twist on the side. But yeah, that's our cool down. And then after that, that's just one session for beginners. And I'm actually going to be posting this stuff and teaching other kids about it later. So I hope I did a good job. Appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for your time.